What's up, Dolfans? The 2024 schedule is finally out, and yeah, that schedule release video was a little bit underwhelming, but it was kind of funny. Um, the Dolphins start off their season at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars on September 8th, who finished their season 9-8 before having another home game against the Buffalo Bills on Thursday Night Football. Buffalo finished their season 11-6. Obviously, they were first in the division. And then in week 3, they traveled to Seattle, who finished 9-8, and that is going to be on September 22nd. Those first 3 games are going to be a huge starting test for the Dolphins. Obviously, the Jaguars are a completely different team with a healthy Trevor Lawrence. You have the Buffalo Bills. It is going to be a home game, which is going to be advantageous. And then they have to have literally the furthest distance between any 2 NFL cities of traveling to Seattle in week 3. It's going to be a very rough start for the Dolphins, but it does get a little bit easier after that, as in week 4, they are back at home taking on the Tennessee Titans, who finished 6-11. Yeah, we have some nightmares about last year with the Titans. That is going to be on September 30th on Monday Night Football. And then they travel to New England, who finished 4-13. That's going to be on October 6th. I'm not too worried about New England this year. Yeah, they have a new quarterback. He's probably going to be good, but he still has nobody to throw to. It's going to be a couple years before New England's going to be a threat again. And then the Dolphins have a very early bye in week 6 before traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. On October 20th, they finished the season 9-8. The Colts are going to be, I really don't know. It depends on if Anthony Richardson can stay healthy. He did look really, really good when he does play, but he didn't get a lot of playing time, so I can't really read too much into it. But we'll have to see there. In week 8, they are back at home taking on the Arizona Cardinals, who finished 4-13. That'll be on October 27th. Yeah, the Arizona Cardinals, they were tanking last year. They're probably not going to be very good this year. That should be a win for the Dolphins. And then week 9, they finish off the series against Buffalo early. They finish off the season against Buffalo before even taking on the Jets once. Once again, Buffalo finished 11-6. That'll be on November 3rd. Then they travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams, who finished 10-7. That'll be on November 11th. Then they are at home against the Raiders, who finished 8-9. That'll be on the 17th of November. Then they travel to New England. So they finish off the series against New England and against the Bills before taking on the Jets once, which is interesting. They always play the Jets late. I don't get why the schedule always does that. But New England finished 4-13. Like I said, that'll be on November 24th. And then they travel to Green Bay on November 28th, Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving football. Green Bay finished 9-8. I do not remember the last time the Dolphins had a game on Thanksgiving. It was a long time ago. So that'll definitely be exciting. We had a Christmas Day game not too long ago against the Packers, and now we have a Thanksgiving Day game, which hopefully will go better than that Christmas game. Week 14, they travel to the Jets, who finished 7-10, on December 8th, the beginning of December. These games are must-win games. I don't care if you are undefeated heading into December. You need to win at least 3 of the 5 last games of the season and do well in December for once. Now, I don't know what the Jets are going to be like. It really all depends on if Rodgers stays healthy. We didn't get to see him at all play for the Jets, really. So we don't know what kind of team the Jets are going to be with a healthy Aaron Rodgers. I hope that he stays healthy. I don't wish injuries on anybody. But I really can't see it happening. That's a very common injury to reoccur. And also, that field at MetLife is just terrible. You guys need to change it. The whole league hates it. Week 15, they travel to Houston to take on the Texans that finished 10-7. That'll be on December 15th. Then week 16, their last home game is going to be at home against the 49ers, who finished 12-5, obviously went all the way to the Super Bowl. That'll be on December 22nd. Week 17, they'll travel to Cleveland, who finished 11-6. That'll be on December 29th. And in Week 18, they'll travel to New York to take on the Jets, who finished 7-10. That date is to be announced. They'll flex it in or out depending on how well those teams finish off the season. So they have one pretty big advantage here. They don't have a lot of games in the North very late in the season. Obviously, Cleveland and the Jets are going to be the two big ones. Green Bay, it's going to be around Thanksgiving. It could be cold and snowing. It could be a little bit warmer. Thanksgiving in the North is really a crapshoot as to what the weather is going to be. Otherwise, they really don't have a lot of northern games, and we all know Dolphins don't play very well in the cold, but if they want to do well in the playoffs, they have to. Yeah, I'm not going to make any predictions for how the Dolphins are going to finish the season. Like I said, I want them to at least be in competition for the division, and they need to win a playoff game this year. No excuses. Now, they are pretty middle of the road when it comes to strength of schedule. Their total opponent's record is 141 and 148. The home opponent's record is 61 and 75. And the road opponent's record is 80 and 73, so a little bit easier at home than on the road, which, combined with being on the road, is going to be a bit of a challenge for the Dolphins when they travel this season. But like I said, no excuses this year. You need to be, if you don't win the division, it's not the end of the world. You have to win a playoff game. You have to. I mean, I know everyone wants to at least win the division, but if the Jets stay healthy, they're going to be in competition, and we don't know what the Bills are going to be. They lost all their wide receivers, but, Josh Allen is still Josh Allen, and he could still definitely compete his team for the division. So, that's it for this video. I don't know how much more Dolphins content will be coming out. I know I missed the OBJ signing video. I'm sorry. There was some work being done on my apartment, and I couldn't record. I couldn't even be in the apartment for a little while. But that's all taken care of now. And hopefully, if any more news comes out, I will be talking about it. Blessed be. Fins up.